The former executive director of the defunct Uganda National Roads Authority, Allen Kagina, former Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, and other former UNRA staff and Ministry of Works engineers have appeared before the Committee on Physical Infrastructure to give their input on the 122 billion shillings contract awarded to Egis, a French company, for the Kampala-Entebbe Expressway.
So for me, I support the local company, and if there are issues which needs to be corrected to enable the local company to replace Egis, which is a French company, I would be home and dry to have a local company running the contract. Of course, there's need to improve on the technology.
Former UNRA ED Allen Kagina told the committee that the contract had several problems. They started noticing gaps, including the failure to install a weigh-in motion scale, emphasizing that Egis appeared incompetent in its operations with systematic and system-related issues.
We were supposed to come on with timelines. We began to notice that there was slippage, that the independent traffic monitoring system, the ITMS, which was supposed to come in, I think 6 months, was not coming on board. The weigh-in motion was not coming on board. There was a challenge with the data that they were giving us when we were doing reconciliation, and we were seeing gaps in the reconciliation.
The committee asked officials why they did not terminate the contract despite such gaps, including Egis having a system that was not open source.
Are you comfortable for 5 years collecting monies in Kavera? Then you ask the operator, how much did you raise? They tell you 40 billion, you clap.
I don't know if we left, after we left, whether they gave us the source code as government or not. But as far as I can remember, by the time we left, they were still resistant. Protocols you go through before you terminate. One of which was you give notices. You give notices, you give notice to correct. You have the liberty even to withhold payment. That is why, Honorable Chair, we removed the money for the way bridges because they were not complying.
3 key fundamental deliverables that were making termination a possibility. And this one was the source code, ownership of the source code. Because as far as the contract was concerned, the source code should have been owned by Uganda. That's what we were paying for under the contract. And the
disputes, most especially when it comes to things of source code. Source code is ownership. You'll be pretty much giving away what you have. But we still even agreed to say, yes, the ministry employer, we shall give you access to the source codes.
The chairperson of the committee, Mwene Mpaka, tasked engineers with explaining the difference between the tolling system on the Entebbe Expressway and POS system used in supermarkets.
The system, it cannot classify the vehicle. The vehicle is done manually. Vehicle speeds cannot be established. Are you going to inform this committee that can convince us that this is not the POS exit system like the one in the supermarket, the one they are using? 2, the tolling system you told us costs 5 billion. The committee has tried to purchase this system. It costs 5 billion, actually costs $6,044.
We could not do this work as Minister of Works because the ministry, which was UNRA by then, they did not have a tolling system. That which can be confirmed from the records, I think is in the range of about 5 billion.
Where did you derive this figure?
Officials explained that Egis was awarded the contract on the basis that domestic firms lacked the required capacity. However, Egis subcontracted to local firms, Pinnacle Security Limited and Abu Baker Technical Services. Another issue was the non-compliance with the requirements to install a weigh-in motion scale. Ivan Katamba, the road manager Pinnacle Security, told the committee that installing one on the Kampala-Entebbe Expressway was not practical. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabenji at Parliament.